wife says, send your writing to right-wing websites. Do it all dad replies, that being me, for those just tuning in. Send my writing to right-wing websites. Like the National Review, they publish op-eds by Kyle Smith, Rich Lowry, and Jonah Goldberg. 3 twerps and a bottle of lube because nobody else is stroking their writing off long time. Can I get a holla for trifecta, comprehensive, icky, douchey, twerpy, well-deserved dumpage on 3 individuals I would never rush in a million years to have a beer with in New York City? Holla! Thank you very much. Declining the mom's call in the middle of my podcast. Thank you very much. So, this conversation I had with my daughter. She says, Daddy, why must we drift away and die? And I said, don't quote Axl Rose at 8 years old, Matilda. Also, I thought you identified as Hindu now, and Hindus believe in reincarnation. Daughter replies, but you won't look good as a bearded unicorn, Dada. The Irishman, starring Robert De Niro, is already being hailed as a masterpiece. I wish it came with an alternate cut where I could just hear Joe Pesci and have the dumb mook's voice on mute. So it was me at the wine shop before my gazillion purification in this lifetime, so I could dunk a basketball on the back cover of my 3rd book. Something to look forward to that I will get advance money for. Better than Booby. Food rants 1 bit at a time. For the record, 3rd episode now up. Better than Booby. The first ever father-son dish review show. Available on YouTube. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe. Just watch it and share it. And if you find it funny, comment on it. Thank you very much. This is what I get for pitching. Ruining my flow. You're thinking, hey, unless I pay for Spotify, I'm paying for nothing. So just get to the jokes or else I have no use for you. So I'm at the wine shop. Worker says bag, and I said, screw you, Greta. I don't care for the environment. You're stealing my daughter's age of innocence. Lucky for my daughter, I'm on brainwash expungement detail. I really hope my Yenta noise-canceling headphones can drown out the collective audible gasp of despair for my children right now. Why they are freaking out after I just made them primo A-list Phil roast burgers with melted shredded cheddar, with brioche rolls, with a sliced yellow tomato from our garden. I have no idea. Little mayo on the roll, little ketchup on top. Nothing too fancy. Then again, when you have 3 kids, you're just scarred for life. We're they're not even, you don't even hear any moans of despair, yet you hear it anyway. So I'm at home. Wife says, so my daughter's talking about this Albanian kid at school, and my wife says, don't upstage the Albanian kid in gym. The dad will have your kneecaps broken. And do it all dad, that being me, replies, and I'm the one with the oversharing problem. What Mama meant is Albanian men normally aren't nice Jewish boys who write poetry from Westchester County. Rashida Tlaib's campaign is selling impeach the mother F shirts. It would be funny if Trump already secured a patent for that expression. Impeach the motherfucker. Trump tweets, you can't profit off the stable genius Trump aura. I'm suing you for copyright infringement. A brainy beauty you're not, babe. Can I get a holla for constantly encapsulating the hilarious essence, for doing like the president, despite all the hysterical resistor Twitter twats that would chase that reality. Holla! But you're never going to be able to. Holla! I don't care that Kendrick Lamar won another freaking award. That's a participation trophy. Last time I checked. Holla! I'm not on Adderall. Holla! I totally butchered my holla! Glad I got that off my chest. In New York City, not making this up, you could be fined $250,000 for dehumanizing an illegal alien with no speak English. Who's translating these insults for one exactly? Now illegal aliens in New York City are given a driving license to vote and a hate speech translator to bankrupt Apu at a bodega in Flushing. Can I get a holla for some long-awaited Gemry? Tsunami! All-Star Glittered! Jokes that just keep on coming! While you're in awe of fresh off the press, aren't you blessed? More from Michael Cornwell. Ha! I love that joke. Thank you, Paul Stonek, for giving it encouraged love. My son, I talked about this before in the podcast. I hate saying that. I hate referring to like my podcast. I sound like a loser Michael Savage. Not that he's a loser. Guy owns like 50 million homes. But at first, when he made the transition to my podcast, it sounded like so robotic. So I have to stop doing that. My son is gorgeous. He's not leaving. It's my new resolution. He's not leaving for junior high without his KISS backpack stuffed with primo poundage consent forms. Girl asks, "What's a primo poundage consent form?" And my son says, "Sign here if you have no control of yourself around me and want to hump me every day." Are you familiar with the song, The Humpty Dance? Me talking to my son. Son says, "Dada, you look like you're in high school in that hoodie." And I reply, "Are you calling me a high schooler hoodie?" And my beautiful, perfect boy laughs, "Long time." So this is going to sound a tad dated, how fast the news cycle changes. But this is a piece called Run, Greta, Run. If you don't know who Greta is, then have fun listening to Michael Levine drone on about the impossibility of impeachment. Here we go. He's serving a good cause. Be nice if you responded once to any of my jokes in the president's honor. But Stephen Miller, I'm sending you my book next. Great interview on Breitbart that you should check out. He's awesome. Always loved him. Great American. Here we go. According to Kellyanne Conway, the MVP of the Trump administration. Here we go. Run, Greta, run. Imagine a pay-per-view debate between Trump and Greta. Fracking reduces our carbon emissions, Greta. Greta replies, "Neil Young is full of shit now." Trump responds, "He doesn't take showers to reduce his carbon footprint. That's something you share in common, babe." "We must teach our children the reality of climate change." All right. Protect your kids' sanity by never exposing them to the New York Times, CNN, and BuzzFeed. And they won't act like snowflakes in permanent meltdown mode after Trump wins by a Patriot-made landslide in 2020. Resist this. Joan lives! Greta should protest the banning of gummy bears in Sweden because they're not halal. I think that's a scary development than Denmark allowing refugees to cover up the Little Mermaid statue in a burqa because it offends their super intolerant conservative taste. People are suffering. Mass extinction is here. Your Swedish ancestors chose to be the TD Bank for Nazi Germany, the world's most convenient bank to freeze Jewish bank accounts, hide stolen artwork, and purchase stolen gold tooth fillings from the money-grubbing Jew. Hey, Bernie Sanders, you get a chubby hearing that? Hope you're enjoying those stents made from Israel and Switzerland. I don't care about Greta Thunberg being indoctrinated. I care about fake news still trying to take down a duly elected president, trying to crush the will of the people because their hero Obama turned out to be a gun-running, power-crazed, Iran-empowering bust. Hey, Stephen Miller, am I doing a good job of supporting our president yet? You You want to give me? You want to hook me up with an editor? Give me some advance money for Better Than Booby? I'm dying over here. Rolling Stone insists anyone who makes fun of Obama's other biracial half, dream child from Sweden, believes in nothing. If that's your best takeaway after all the Russia, Kavanaugh, MAGA country bullshit, then you're the real dumb shit, deplorable nut job dude. Greta Thunberg outdid Trump at what again? Instilling the UN with more unearned toxic smugness than the New York Times on election night before Hammer Time Cankles got beat despite getting the debate questions in advance because she never sounded rehearsed enough. Sarcasm isn't witty. That's the lowest form of humor. I just proved otherwise. Oh! What is Greta Thunberg protesting again? Oh, yeah. Alleged inaction against climate change just because Trump pulled out of the Paris Climate Agreement and has no plan to ditch his Gulf Stream for a yacht to reduce his carbon footprint, only to impress AOC and the Dalai Lama. The most annoying thing about Greta Thunberg is Hollywood's embrace of her, over-the-top, theatrical fear-mongering, only to justify their pathetic pushing of non-stop lies used to frame Trump supporters as morally deficient for the past 2.5 years and counting. Greta Thunberg scolds world leaders on their inaction to fight climate change. How about scolding Hollywood eco-warrior hypocrisy? Every time a movie star settles for doing blow through a cut-off, non-recyclable straw, knowing actors never carry their paper on them because they're used to getting all their party favors for free and only hearing last call from the bathroom stall, especially in LA. Bars close at 1. As pathetic as that sounds. Where does Rolling Stone get the balls to compare Greta Thunberg's protest against scientists too cool for school reaction to climate change panic, to kids who actually fought in the ghetto Warsaw uprising? Protest your great-grandparents' inaction against Nazi banking profiteering, babe. But seriously, imagine a pay-per-view debate between Trump and Greta for round 2. Greenhouse gases are avoided by the use of nuclear power, Greta. Greta replies, "Is that your turnaround plan for North Korea, Donald?" Donald Trump replies, "Ivanka's daughter is much smarter than you. Do you freak out in Mandarin? Also, babe, stay away from the crystal meth. It made the Nazis think they could take over all of Europe. Do you mind recycling my Diet Coke for me, knowing you're in such a rush to save Obama's hot air legacy of being a zero-free scandal emitting president?" Stephen Miller wrote that line for me. Iran has been on their best behavior lately, blowing through the $150 billion Obama gifted them in exchange for a promised timeout from their nuclear stress tests. Must have done the trick after my White House ordered and imposed financial sanctions on Iran. Don't you think? Run, Greta, run. This is the Do It All Dad Year podcast. Dad-friendly entertainment for you and me. Controlling our kids with comedy. Can make our kids great again. Go Yankees, and I'll talk to you guys soon.